With this short video, we present the Mooc created by the FLED project on the design of flexible learning environments, funded under Erasmus Plus with a consortium of 6 European universities. The Mooc is aimed mainly at university teachers but can be used by all school teachers of all levels. Have you ever found yourself in a situation like this? Or is this the only dimension you experience during your teaching in the classroom? Are these the expressions of your students while you teach? Boredom? Disinterest? Do low motivation and distance creep over the faces of your audience? Or do you even have the feeling that your very presence or lesson disturbs them? Yet you have spent hours and hours planning the lesson, the course, and all the various and possible aspects of an entire university course down to the smallest detail, using all your knowledge and creativity to design that course. Constantly asking yourself if it could work if all the activities were motivating, interesting, and useful for learning. But then did you find yourself alone again in front of the audience of students with your slides projected onto mini or giant blackboards and your voice lost in the echo of the classroom? Wondering again and again what to do and how to do it. Moreover, students tend to focus above all on their final exams, and exams may be the litmus test of every teaching practice you have experienced. Hoping not to see desperation on their faces again. In fact, teachers and students would like their teaching experience to be something completely different: joy, participation, communication, color, exchange, and growth. But in reality, very often the idea of learning becomes an ugly, silent black and white photo. Teachers and students sometimes share the same frustration in the struggle to build successful learning. Situations that in the long run could even lead to the dropping out of lessons, school, and study paths. A vortex that we would all like to escape. If you are watching this video, it is because you are looking for something new that supports your teaching and your students' learning in a more flexible and sustainable way. The Mooc aims to support both teachers and students. On the project webpage, you can find many tips, resources, and materials for further study, and the link to access our tool FLED, a dedicated platform where you can plan your next teachings in a guided way. The model we propose is based on flipped learning, to which we added our scaffolding patterns and strategies. In this way, you can build flexible, digital, and highly inclusive learning. Our keywords are flexible learning, scaffolding, patterns, inclusivity. Our project aims to facilitate the design of flexible learning scenarios for faculty. The specific objectives are: 1. To structure and support the design of inclusive flipped learning scenarios for diverse technology-mediated contexts. 2. To promote playful and collaborative synergies between teachers for learning design. 3. To guide teachers in decision-making for flexible learning design by developing a digital tool. 4. To increase the awareness of flexible learning under the flipped learning method. The FLED Learning Design Tool supports university educators in creating flexible and effective flipped learning scenarios. Developed as part of the FLED project by the TIDE Research Group at Universitat Pompeu Fabra and international partners, the tool combines pedagogical and technological innovations to address diverse educational needs. We suggest you take a couple of minutes and sign up for the tool by following these links. This way you will be ready to take your first steps with FLED towards flexible teaching in any learning environment. The Mooc consists of 5 modules plus 2 not mandatory modules. Main pedagogical theories. What are flexible learning and flipped classroom? What you can do with the tool, the patterns, and how to use the toolkit resources. Inclusivity matters. How to build flexible learning through scaffolding strategies. Gamification, our FLED garden. Final module, let's review together. For each module, you will follow a short video and will have a space for study with readings and interactive activities. Then you will be assigned a task to carry out on the tool platform. You will thus build your flexible design step by step, which will also be the final assessment of the Mooc. The final design will be evaluated through a peer review process. Our Mooc requires a total commitment of 25 hours, including both interaction time and individual study. Now take the time for a smile, join the community and the forum. Are you ready to flip yourself? On behalf of the FLED team, we wish you to fully experience the dimension of flexible learning. Have fun!